G'day. This week we will look at the Gospel of Mark and Jesus' temptation in the desert. In Australia we know a little bit about deserts. Nearly 18% of our country is desert and another 70% is dry, semi-arid land. It's a tough environment. In contrast, the Judean desert is only 100 kilometres long and almost 20 kilometres wide. It runs along a high, dry plateau adjacent to the Jordan Valley and the Dead Sea. Mark's version of Jesus' temptation is short. It doesn't mention the 3 temptations found in the other Gospels. It focuses on the time he spent there, who he met, and how he was changed. The time was 40 days, which brings to mind the destructive flood of Noah that cleansed the world, the 40 years that Moses wandered in the desert with the people, and the 40 days that Elijah ran into the desert in fear of his enemies until he met God in the silence there. They are moments when God was challenging people, when God changed their hearts and they deepened their relationship with God. In the desert, Jesus meets Satan and the angels. And when we enter a desert, we carry our own thoughts and worries. If we're alone, we can only hear ourselves and God, and we are called to confront our demons. Jesus comes out of the desert like a new Elijah. Elijah emerged from the desert, having encountered God and become a fearless man. He went out to anoint new kings to do God's will. Jesus emerges to proclaim the good news. He is the King, the Anointed One, the Christ, and he's called to lead his people to a better life. Deserts are challenging, but they're not lifeless. The Judean desert has vipers and leopards and birds. Our Aboriginal brothers and sisters knew how to cross Australia's vast deserts. They could find food and water, even in a challenging environment. Where do we find strength during difficult times? What nourishes us during those times of trial and challenges in our life? This Lent, we need time to enter into the desert, time for silence, time to listen to ourselves and to listen to God, to find out our strengths and let God challenge us and guide us. God bless you all. Pace bene.